Ooh, Ribeiro opens up now. Holmes in a little bit of trouble. And Opin is back up against the fence. So Ribeiro starting to turn it on now after looking tired at the beginning of round 2. Remember, he nearly finished it at the end of round 1. Oh, and the knee sends Holmes down. And he's on his back now here at the 2-minute mark of round 2. And Ribeiro's on top, dropping hammers. Let's go, Claudio. Finish this thing. Come on, Ribeiro. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, and Holmes is covering up. Yeah, he's submitting here. Call it, ref. Call it, ref. Ribeiro's opening up, pounding right, left, right. It's over. Claudio Ribeiro is going to move to an impressive 11-3 and begins UFC 288 in New Jersey with a TKO finish. And he's on top of the fence, the Brazilian. And this could be the night of the Brazilian. Did you see some in the crowd? Claudio Ribeiro, TKO. He's 11-3. Impressive finish. Middleweight division, UFC 288. Oh, and Halls comes in and takes a right. First big shot by Aliskerov. 90 seconds gone here in the first round. Oh, and Aliskerov takes a right. So Phil Halls is getting off early. And now Aliskerov is kind of landed the equalizer, if you will, as he backs off and resets, and another leg kick by Phil Halls. Ooh, big right by Aliskerov. Man, return left by Phil Halls. These guys are going at it. And Phil's looking for those leg kicks for sure. Oh, Aliskerov goes down. Ooh, and a knee to the body by Aliskerov. Oh, and he lands a big right. Phil Halls is out. Phil Halls goes down, and Aliskerov is pumped up. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm tempted to put this guy on the do list at 20. He just beat Megatron, who's been on a roll, right? Like 8-1 in his last 9 fights, something like that. Only losing to Chris Curtis. And he's 14-1. And guess what? His only loss was by second round KO against your boy, Hamza Chimaev. So he's virtually undefeated. I mean, no one's beaten Hamza, so. Oh, left, right, bing, bing. And that's it. He didn't even land the left. He just touched him. And that right just finished it. So, Ikram Aliskerov, 14-1. Gets through a big fight with Megatron here in the middleweight division at UFC 288. Ooh, and Braxton goes down. He's tired. Smith is on all fours. Oh, yes. It only took 2 minutes, man. He's got the power, but he doesn't have the endurance. And now Parker Porter's on top trying to get position. And he's taking the back, and Braxton Smith is covering up here. Oh, and now he's got the full mount. Hammers are flying. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Come on, ref. Left, right, left, right, left, right. He's not really landing big, but Braxton's not fighting back. The ref's going to stop it, and that's it. Whoa! That's what I'm telling. Man, I tried to tell y'all throughout the week. You're saying Braxton Smith's got too much power. But if you don't get the finish in 2 minutes, what good is the power if you have no endurance? And Braxton Smith, basically 90-second mark, just fell over, man. Gassed. Anyone else may have finished him at that point, but Parker Porter did the right thing, gets the finish, man. He's going to move to 14-8, and that's a big win for him. Over a guy people thought he would lose to, but he's got more endurance now. You know, his body's, you could tell he's totally focused on building his size and strength and just the endurance. And you see the body shot there with the knee. And now Braxton Smith goes down, and then Parker Porter just slowly works the back, easily turns him over to the full mount, and he's just sitting on top of him, pounding away. And Braxton Smith is totally covered up, so he's not taking big shots, but he's also not responding, so the ref's got to stop it. Big heavyweight division. Finish. 3 fights in a row to start the night. All through the early prelims, we got 3 KOs or TKOs. This went down heavyweight division, UFC 288. So it appears we're going to get our first loss of the night here. Marina Rodriguez versus Verna Jandiroba headed to a decision. Jandiroba dominated with 12 minutes of control time. Significant strikes weren't out of control. I mean, it was pretty even. It was even 22-22. Marina Rodriguez actually dominated, or led, I should say, by 30 total strikes, but the control time was just dominant for Jandiroba. 29-28. 29-28. 30-27. Yeah, it's got to be Vina Jandiroba. Vina Jandiroba. And Marina Rodriguez was putting her arm in the air like she won, but then she smiled and pointed over to Jandiroba, so she knows. And she's got a real problem defending takedowns, getting off the ground after getting taken down. And this Brazil-on-Brazil matchup, which is dominated by Vina Jandiroba on the ground. And I think it was 3 takedowns. Yep, 3 takedowns, 1 in each round. And Marina Rodriguez had no answer. So she goes down here, the number 5 contender, upset by number 9, Vina Jandiroba. And she's going to move to the top 5 in a very tough women's strawweight division. This fight went down, UFC 288. Well, I thought Chaos Williams would be the easiest prediction of the night, but it's nothing close to that. Great fight turned out by Rolando Bedoya. He came in at 14-1. He ended up leading in significant strikes 110-103, head strikes 72-58, and that's really what it comes down to. But this could be a potential split decision for sure. Very close fight. Here we go. Here we go. 30-27. Bedoya. Split. 29-28 Williams. Wow. I knew it. I just knew it. Chaos Williams. Thank you, bro. Wow. Yeah, and you can make the case. I mean, he led in significant strikes in the first 2. And Bedoya clearly won the third, but you got to also get lucky. Whew. Chaos Williams. We'll get the prediction right, but it was questionable, to say the least. Chaos Williams, who's 14-3 here in the welterweight division, UFC 288. Man, and a nice knee there by Kennedy. Cejudo. And Devin Clark considerably shorter, I mean. And he's starting to wear down, and those jabs are starting to take effect. The long reach by Kennedy, Cejudo, and Devin shoots in for a takedown. This looks more like desperation to me. Ooh, and now Kennedy gets underneath. Look at this. Clark better be careful. Oh, Kennedy locked it in. He locked it in. Oh, and I think he tapped. Oh, it looked like Devin Clark tapped, but the ref didn't see it. When he's trying to get it off, and he goes down, and that's it. The ref calls it off, and Devin Clark goes down. And Kennedy's a Chukwu in the center of the octagon. And he's excited. And Devin Clark looks upset in defeat, but he'll be fine. So big win by Kennedy Zachukwu. And rather than go deep into the second round and start having to contemplate a decision and how you're going to finish this fight, he ends up leading by 14 significant strikes. Oh, we're getting a look at the replay here. Did he tap? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, he gets his hand out. Well, maybe not. Yeah, so it looked like he pulled his hand out. Yeah. And he never tapped. Wow. So Devin Clark's going to fall to 14-8. Zachukwu moves to 12-3. Light heavyweight division. UFC 288. And a leg kick by Frivola. Nearly misses. Dober comes in. Lands a nice jab and a big left uppercut. And the guy's resettled. Now it's Frivola with a jumping right hand. Crazy. But Dober continues to come forward. Misses a leg kick. Ooh, spinning back kick. Nice. 110 left, round 1. But I'll tell you what, Frivola's throwing some nice combos if he happens to catch. Oh, big right. Dober goes down. Oh, Dober's in trouble. Dober is in trouble. He's taking lefts. And Frivola's on top now with the hammers. And Herb Dean waves it off. Wow. And Matt Frevola jumps on top of the octagon, and he's pumped. And Dober gets up wobbly, and he says, "What happened? Why'd you stop the fight?" It is what it is. Good stoppage, though, by Herb Dean. That's what it shows. Good stoppage. Matt Frevola gets a big win here. Man, the lightweight division fights never leave you in doubt. Matt Frevola is going to move to 11-3. And it's hard to believe Terrence McKinney came in and beat him in 7 seconds. So he gets a big win over Drew Dober. And Dober and Frevola trying to talk, but the officials won't let it happen. So that's the way the prelims will round out. Frevola 11-3. Dober falls at 26-12. And this didn't take long into the first round. Lightweight division, the best in the UFC. Here at UFC Fight Night. To me, it should be Jourdain 30-27 on all three. Maybe you get a 29-28. Show Bruce Buffer's card that he reads from, and it's like color-coded circles. It looks crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Unanimous. Yes. Okay. 30-27 on all three. Charles Jourdain. So the judges weren't buying the takedown and pulling him down and trying to, get submissions. The bottom line is he outstruck him. So Charles Jourdain wins via unanimous decision. He's going to move to 14-6. So good for him. Big win over Kron Gracie. Start the pay-per-view. We're up to 6-2. We'll update that. But that's what it looks like here in the featherweight division at UFC 288. Movsar should get the win here, move to 17-0. But, man. Yeah, and you see the armbar earlier. I mean, gosh, he had that. And look, right here, Evloev kind of gives up. It's like, oh, gosh, it's going to happen. But then he gets the knee to push the legs off, gets his left arm to push the other leg off, and suddenly he gets out of that. And then he takes over in round 2. You get to round 3. And in round 3, Evloev still took over, but then you had a few submission attempts by Diego Lopez, kind of going back and forth. A lot of drama at the end of the fight. But Lopez couldn't close the door. And that really is the only way it seems as though he could win. But, man, a Kimura attempt there. Goodness gracious. Oh. And then a knee bar. Oh, my gosh. What a good fight. What a good fight. 73-25. Significant strikes. 172-37. And this should just be a unanimous decision. 8 minutes and 30 seconds of control. All in favor of Movsar. 29-28, 29-28, and 28-27. Movsar Evloev gets the win. So we're right on this one, but like the Chaos Williams fight, it wasn't easy. It was not easy, but Movsar Evloev walks away with the win here. Featherweight division, UFC 288. Women's strawweight division, UFC 288. Jessica Andrade, Jan Gionin. And a lot of ranked fighters fighting tonight. A lot of changes that could happen. Already have happened throughout the night. Andrade number 4, Jan 6. And Andrade, as we said in the prediction, back down to 115, still looks pretty strong. And went up there and fought some big fighters in the flyweight division and worked her way to a title fight. I mean, that was impressive. Now she comes back down to strawweight and wants to get back on top. And Jan doing a good job right now keeping the distance. And she lands a left and a right. And Andrade returns. So there's definitely going to be a lot of power in this fight. Will there be a finish? 1 minute gone. And Jan really doing a good job with the jabs. I mean, that's clear. Jan doing a good job with the jabs and the leg kicks to keep Andrade off of her. Oh. Man, and Andrade is swinging. Just not connecting. And Andrade, she's got to usually take a punch to get in there. Right? Oh, goodness gracious. Because of the reach. She comes in, she's getting, a big right hand by Jan. And we saw that from behind the shoulder of Andrade. Ooh. Oh! Jan just finished Andrade. Andrade just got finished. She got caught with a right hand and took a few hammers. And the doctors are in and she's saying she's good. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. Ooh, that's going to be a big win for her resume. And Jan Gionin, who was kind of sliding back down a little bit, now jumps right back in there. She's going to be in the top 4, top 3 with a big finish over Jessica Andrade. And that's going to be a big win on her resume. No doubt about it. Yep, so Andrade is coming in, left. Oh, catches her with the right. Andrade goes down. Yeah, about 3 quick hammers, and that's it. Boom. Lands the right. Yeah, dude. It's a good stoppage. I don't even think that's a question. But Jan just caught her with the right. And boy, she runs around the octagon. She's excited. Unbelievable. So Jan Gionin KOs Jessica Andrade. Women's strawweight division, UFC 288. A lot of Brazilians in the house. But the bottom line is Gilbert Burns is not going to get this victory. That's for sure. Just a tough situation, man. Tough situation. And he did go for it at times. In the first round, he expended a lot of energy throwing the big power punches, couldn't land them. Third round, did the same a little bit at different times. Just trying to land a big punch, but when they're trading just in a normal setting, Muhammad's outpacing him. You know? He had nearly 30 significant body strikes. That's a record for him. So Bilal doing a good job of working everywhere, working the body, with the leg kicks, a lot of jabs, a lot of switch stance, just confusion. And as these guys come together, it looks like it's going to be a unanimous decision. Yep. Bilal Muhammad, remember the name, gets the win. 50-45, 49-46, 49-46. Just as I told you he would. For all those of you that said it wouldn't happen. It did. Here in the welterweight division at UFC 288. Aljamain Sterling going the distance with Henry Cejudo. We're waiting on the decision, but it's 110-63 in significant strikes. 174-110 in total strikes. Head strikes 37-19. Aljo had 4 takedowns. Henry had 3. Both guys, well, Sterling 4 minutes of control. Cejudo 5 minutes of control. But even in those control situations, both guys did a good job. Kind of seemed even. But Aljamain on the feet dominated Cejudo. Dominated. And you get to look at the replays here, some takedowns. Never really a shot where a guy was in a lot of trouble. So, I mean, it was a pretty good fight. I mean, don't want to say even because Sterling dominated, but still a great bantamweight fight. Both these guys worked their way into the center of the octagon. We're gonna get the tense moments from Bruce Buffer when you have a decision. And here we go. If this is in any way a split decision, I'll lose my mind. Because it should be pretty easy. At least 3-2, if not 4-1. 5-0. Here we go. 48-47 Cejudo. 48-47 Sterling. Wow. This is ridiculous. 48-47. They're going to rob him. And still. Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. That should not have been a split decision, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That should not have been a split decision. Unbelievable. Joe Rogan talking to Sterling now. Great fight. Fans booing a little bit, but I mean, you look at these numbers, it's not even close. Sterling led in every round by significant strikes. You know? But at the end of the day, at least the judges got it right. 48-47. So you had 2 judges that were 3-1. Remember when I told you have 2 judges that are 2-2? So Sterling takes round 5 off or just stays out of trouble and loses the round, it could be trouble. Maybe that's what caused a split decision, but Aljamain Sterling holds on to the belt, man. Great fight. He's going to move to 23-5. Now he calls out Sean O'Malley. Oh, and Sean's in the crowd, baby. Let's go. That's the fight right there. That's the fight. Yes, I love it. That's the fight. Anyway, listen. Over and out. You understand? Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean O'Malley's got to be next. But great fight here by Aljamain Sterling. Should have been unanimous. But he keeps the title. Bantamweight division, UFC 288.